Hey guys, how you doing? Ray here again. If you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyosho. Today I'd like to take you to a little blast from the past. This is the second car that I ever built. It's the Tamiya Super Champ. Okay, it was a 1/10 scale, radio controlled, and it was for off-road racing. This came out in about 1982, and I was about 12 years old when I built this car. And I had given this car to my brother-in-law when a new car came out called the Boomerang, which was a four-wheel drive buggy. And I gave him this car, and basically about I would say in the mid-80s, maybe around 1987, I gave him this car. He didn't use it much, and it sat in his cellar, and he gave it back to me, and it was basically in pieces, and I was just about ready to throw it out. And a little WD-40 and a little armor roll, and I got it all cleaned up, put back together. Gearbox is mint condition. Tires are in great shape. No cracks in the frame or in any of the metal. It needs a little bit more work. It needs the little guy in there, the driver, is missing a head, and it's missing 2 KC daylighters. And I've been trying to find parts for those, but other than that, that would basically make it complete. This was really a state-of-the-art car when it came out. It was all metal. There was a lot of cast aluminum, which at the time was good, but by today's standards is not that good. But the whole gearbox was metal. No electronic speed controls back then, guys. This was has a mechanical speed controller in it that was run by a servo. But really, looking at this and then looking at today's, it's really makes you go, wow, how much things have evolved and changed. I have a lot of spare parts still. I have the original tires made by Proline, and a bag of parts, screws and miscellaneous things, gears and nuts and grease and all the old wrenches and bushings. And it has a RS 540 SD black motor Sprint, which was a hot motor at the time. I think there was only one better than this. It was called the Gold motor by Tamiya. I have a gear set, spare gear set, brand new in the package, made in Japan. And this came with 2 manuals. Okay, one in English, one in Japanese. Still have those. And I have the original box. Also, it needs a back bumper. The back bumper part of it is broken, but other than the back bumper, the head on the little driver, and 2 KC daylighters, it's complete. And it works. All the electronics still work. The only thing I had to replace was the 4 for the AA batteries. My brother-in-law had left the batteries in there, and it rotted out the plastic casing, but those are at any local hobby shop. They just hold the 4 AA batteries. Put all new zip ties on it. It has an oil reservoir in the back that constantly fed the free-floating back suspension. That's filled with oil still. Everything is intact. Okay. The tires on the back. You can see them. But really, I just wanted to share this with you guys. You know, a real blast from the past. And it's, like I said, it's in a 90 percentile for being totally restored. But Very interesting looking this car over compared to like Losi 8s now and Kyosho MP9s, and I have some of the old brochures of all the old cars, and the Hornet and the Grasshopper and all the Kyoshos. So it's you know, to see where we are today and where it started back then. You know, these are the cars that pioneered, you know, and led the path for the cars that we have today. The Losi 8s and all the Associated, and Tamiya did re-release some cars for, I think, their 30th anniversary. I think the Grasshopper and the Hornet, Boomerang. They never did this one because it was all metal, so it probably would cost a fortune to reproduce this car now. But it was a cutting edge at the time, being all metal. And you look at, you know, the frames of these cars is basically a computer circuit board under there. But surprisingly, nothing is cracked. Everything stayed good over the years. It was preserved well, I guess, down in the cellar in a box. Gearbox, you know, looks brand new, everything, and it's really, it even has the, if you guys remember, the rubber bags, they called them. Still has it on the receiver. Those were little black looking balloons that you would put over the stuff so you could run them through water and mud, and would protect the electronics. They didn't have sealed radio boxes back then. You had to use rubber bags, they were called. But anyways, just wanted to share this with you. It's a piece of history for sure, and I appreciate you watching. And if you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyosho, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.